What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to talk about another topic, which is opening your own business, your own mobile mechanic business. So this is a topic that I've always been getting questions about, and we are going to finally answer all of them here today. Alrighty, guys, welcome back to the channel. Now we're going to talk about opening up a mobile mechanic business. What does it take? What do you have to get? What do you have to do? So I'm going to go over this topic using my experience when I opened my own shop, my own mobile mechanic business per se. So back in Jersey, I opened up a mobile mechanic business. I was tired of working for people, wanted to work for myself. Working on cars is all I really knew. That is my trade. That's what I went to school for, and that's what I felt the most confident and comfortable in. Now, I don't know everything about everything. Like, there are certain areas of my work that could improve on, and I'll be the first to admit it. Like my diagnostic side, I'm pretty good at diagnosing, but I'm not the best. There are many other people out there, so if you ever do need help with that stuff, don't really ask me. You can go on Google or YouTube and find someone who are like a diagnostics pro. But I'm learning. You learn as you go. Everyone has their strengths and weaknesses. So if you lack in a certain area, do not feel bad about yourself. It's okay. It's easy to learn. These are skills that can be acquired. And every day, new technology is coming out in cars. So it makes it so much more harder to keep up to date with things. But thank goodness we live in the day and the age of the internet, and especially YouTube. So it does help us get any sort of information that we need, so you will be pretty much well off. But anyway, back to the topic. So opening up the mobile mechanic business, the first thing I did was I ended up I don't think I LLC'd it in the very beginning because I wanted to get clientele. Now, I did have some friends here and there that would come in for me to work on their vehicles throughout school and whatever, but I did end up printing out business cards, going to everyone's car and putting it on their windshield or putting it down into their door handle, so when they open it, they see the card. Nowadays, I think you should be a little bit careful about doing that to people's cars because they may feel offended. If you're touching their car, you might scratch their paint. They may think you're trying to kidnap them, because apparently there are kidnappers out there who put things in people's door handles to trick them and then kidnap them, I guess. But I'll just stick to the windshield for now. Be very careful when you're doing stuff like that because you don't want to damage someone's vehicle. So just be very careful, or just stand by the door and hand it out. Go to coffee shops, go to places that you can put your cards in. I gave out my cards to a lot of my friends, my family. I went to the malls and put cards on people's cars. I went to the grocery stores and put cards on people's cars. Rain, snow, sleet, it don't matter. I did it. I went there and I did it. That's the only way you're gonna get your word out, especially if not a lot of people in the town know you. So after about a week or so, I decided to LLC the business because I wanted to make it legit. So I would recommend you actually LLC it first. It's $100. It's really not that hard. You can do it yourself. Just go on to your state's website and type in, registering a business, and you do the LLC, and then you get your EIN number. You register all of that. It's not that much money. It's like $100. My cousin, thankfully, she does it for me, so it was $100, and that's all I paid. Now, if you get someone outside to do it for you, they may charge you a lot of money for it, but Google it, YouTube it, you'll find out how to do it. It's not that hard. Maybe I can get my cousin to come on here and show you how to do it, or even my sister, because my sister had helped me with it once before, so I can probably ask her to come on the podcast and show you guys how to do something like that. It's really not that hard. Hard for me, easy for them. But after I did all that and you got your business cards, you got everything that you need to broadcast yourself, you're going to want to go onto Google and put yourself on Google. Make a Google business account. It's super free. There's nothing you have to pay for it. You could pay for the ads if you want to kind of, spruce up your business and have it hit many targets that you want, the AdSense, if you will. But I didn't do that. I just did everything for free, put my business out on there. Now, what set my business aside from everyone else, and I want you guys to take note on this, is I opened on a Sunday. So many people close on a Sunday. It doesn't matter where you go, they close on a Sunday, and that is detrimental. to businesses. I don't know why they do this. I guess they want to spend family time, and nothing's wrong with spending quality family time. But in the beginning, you want this business to grow. You have to cherish it. You have to nurture it like it's your baby. So you do want to open on that Sunday. That Sunday is gonna bring wonder. It's gonna do wonders to your business. I'm telling you. Open on the Sunday. What I did differently from everyone else is I would be available all the time. I mean, after a certain time, I wouldn't answer my phone, but like from 7 a.m. to about 7 p.m., I'd be up and available. After that, it kind of depends on how dire the emergency is. But once 10 o'clock hits, I don't leave. I don't go outside. I don't leave. I'll wait till the next day. I'm not going to run no 24-hour business. You can run a 24-hour service business if you have partners who are willing to do shifts, but you know what? I recommend your sleep is a lot more important. But definitely do the Sundays. It'll help you out. Now, another thing you want to focus on is your customer service. You have to definitely make sure that you are providing excellent customer service. You have to treat everyone the same. Treat him nice, treat him with respect. Now, if someone disrespects you or someone comes across you wrong, stand up for yourself and deny to do the work. You don't have to go do the work for them. If you know they're going to be trouble from the beginning, just walk away. No amount of money is worth that trouble. You can always tell when someone's going to be trouble, especially your gut. Your gut can tell you when someone's going to be trouble. So listen to your gut. When you're going into business, you have to use your head, your heart, and your gut. Your gut feeling will guide you all the way. After you finish servicing each client, I want you to make sure you go up to them and tell them, can you leave me a review on Google? These Google reviews are gonna help push you to the top. Every time you get a review, you get closer to landing on number one. Now, when I had my business in Jersey, I was number one on Google. I really was in that state, in that area. Not in the entire state, but in the area. I was considered number one, and I had people calling me 100 miles away to come do some work, and I wouldn't do it because it would be too far. It wouldn't even be worth it. Make sure you put your reviews on Google. I've met so many great people because of my Google reviews. Everyone gave me 5 stars. Everyone loved me. People were happy with the work that I did. And anytime it came to work, I would always give them options as to what they would want. Would they want the cheapest repair or would they want the best repair? And if they chose the best repair, I'd give them the options as, do you want cheap parts or best parts? Now, that is included in repair. All my repairs, don't get me wrong, all my repairs are good repairs. But there are some people who will say, hey man, I don't want to spend a lot of money. I just want to make it go. Well, then you do what you got to do to make it go, but make sure it is safe for that person. If you know you cannot do that safe and you know it's just going to endanger them or something, well, then don't do it. And when I mean like not my best repair, like, okay, I have a customer, they have a flat tire. I can repair that tire right then and there and put air into it and let them go on their way. But they don't want that. They just want the quick and easy way out. So just swap the spare on for them. You can't be on that spare for long. That spare is rated for, I think, 25, 30 miles the most until you can get to a repair shop. So there are differences like that. Something crazy and detrimental like brakes, there is no easy way out. You have to do that the right way. That is someone's life that you're taking control of. So always make sure that you do that right. Second thing is insurance. Did I have insurance on the business when I did the mobile mechanic thing? No, I did not. I did not open with insurance. I didn't know the first thing that I was really doing when it came to opening the business. I was learning as I was going along. I didn't have anyone to really mentor me and help me with it. So if you're going to go into it without insurance, make sure you find out what your state needs from you. I had the LLC, I had all of that there, and make sure that you take your time when you're doing work with someone. I would recommend, honestly, to get insurance. There are so many insurance options out there, and they're actually not that expensive, believe it or not. They're pretty cheap out there, so you can get yourself some decent insurance and protect yourself because you never know what you may run into. Another thing I want to touch base on is rowdy customers that lie to you. So I did have an experience with this one lady who did not want to pay, and up to this day she still has not paid me. She still owes me some money, but that's been years in the making, and sometimes you pay to find out who people are. So apparently she's been doing this scam to a lot of people and then living her best life elsewhere. But let me tell you something. Karma does catch up with people, and I'm sure she's probably not living the best life right now. So always be wary of people like that. If people tell you they're going to pay you another time or they can't afford to pay you, that's up to you. Use your best judgment. See if you want to get involved in that or not, because I helped her out, trying to help her out, and then she tried to blame me that something went wrong in her car and it was me who was the cause of it, when all I did for her was brakes, and her serpentine belt went out 2 weeks later and she told me that it was me who messed with that. All I touched was brakes. So there are crazy people out there, and you just have to be wary. Again, be wary. A lot of people out here are not for your best interest, and it's sad to say that. It's sad to say that we live in a world where people don't care about the best interests of others. They just care about making their money or trying to find a way to swindle one over on you. So, like I said, be very careful, be wary. I'm here for y'all. I'm trying to help y'all proceed and move forward in life. Another reason I started the mobile mechanic business was because I used to repair cars in my driveway, and a lot of neighbors are nosy. So if you guys live in an area with nosy neighbors who just don't want to see people do better for themselves, you may have to be on the road and do something then, or find a place to rent. I do know nowadays it's hard to find places to rent because no one really wants to rent out to mechanics due to the EPAs and all that crap. So, and speaking of EPAs, let me touch base on that too. Whenever you're doing things like oil changes or anything with fluids or chemicals, please be very cautious and safe. Learn how to clean it up properly. Learn how to make sure that it doesn't hit the ground or the soil, because the EPA fines are ridiculous. Now, I can't speak from experience on EPA fines because I've never been hit with one, and I hope to God I never get hit with one. They are ridiculous, so be careful. Tools and equipment. So, as you guys know, if you follow my channel for some time, I had bought a 2004 Chevy Avalanche. I still have that truck up to today. It runs great. The AC isn't working that well, so I have to figure out why it's not working, but I feel like I might just replace the entire air conditioning system because it's from 2004. It's all old, and I kind of want to do a rejuvenation on the truck anyway. But that was my mobile vehicle. I used to load it up with my jack, my compressor, everything and anything that I needed to run and operate the mobile mechanic business comfortably. And I would drive to customers' destinations, I would jack up their vehicle, and I would do my work that I need to do, and then I would take all their fluids in. I had, like, if I did an oil change, I would have an oil container that would store the oil and then take it to AutoZone and dump it. They allow you to dump for free, so you're pretty much good. Now, how I charge my customers back in the day, I was $85 an hour. So $85 an hour, I would do work. So if a brake job took 2 hours, they would be paying me 85 times 2. So that's 170, right? So 170 they'd be paying me for labor. And then obviously the parts, if I got the parts, they would have to pay me an upcharge on the parts, because, you know, I'm the one going out there with my gas, my time to go get your parts. If you got your parts for you, that's fine. You sign a little waiver form saying that, you know, these are your parts. If anything goes wrong with those parts, you're going to pay me again to remove those parts and again to install it. So make sure that people are clear on everything. Communication is the key. You always have to be in clear communication with the customer, because they will tell you that they didn't know that was there. There was a clause there. So you have to let them know, hey, if these parts are bad and you pick them up, it's not my fault. I'm getting paid to, you know, install the parts, and I'm going to get paid to reinstall the parts if they're bad and I have to get them again. So remember, guys, nothing is out there for free. You have to charge for everything in your work. Now, you can help people. You can cut them breaks. You know, if you find someone having a hard time, maybe an elderly person, cut them a break. Maybe a young person, they're having a hard time too. You can cut them a break. It's not that hard. Okay, and lastly, I want to talk about parts. So what you need to do is take your LLC form, take all your stuff that you got, your EIN number, your tax exempt number, and whatever else you need, documentations. It's tax exempt and EIN number. And go to all these parts stores: AutoZone, Advanced Auto, O'Reilly's, Napa, Toyota dealership, Honda dealership, all these dealerships and stuff. Give them all your information, because they cut you deals. So because you're a shop, you're not, one, going to pay taxes on it, and two, you're going to get a discount over the customer. Now, it's up to you to charge what you want to the customer. Basically, that real sales certificate that you're going to get, which is the exemption form, is letting you know that you can sell it at the markup that you want to. Now, it's not supposed to be a ridiculous markup. Like, if you get brake pads for $100, like a customer gets brake pads for $100 and then you get it at the dealer for 40, you can't go and sell that for $8,000. I mean, you could sell it for what you want, but that's ridiculous. So the most you could probably do is just upsell him. If you get it for 40, you could just sell it back at 100 or 110, or even $90. You'll still make some money on it. Like, you don't have to kill the customer. That's wrong. Anytime you have to go get parts, anytime you have to get stuff like that, you have to charge that upcharge. It's your time that's on the line. I also recommend that you build a relationship with these parts guys, because they will help you in times of need. Like, there are times when I've gotten wrong parts and they would stay open for me to help me get what I need, or even deliver it to where I'm at. Like, you have to talk to your parts guys, get to know them, get to know what's going on, and how things work out. Like, if you need parts and you're in this location or this location, they will hook you up. They will find a way to get it to you. So always be friendly to the parts people, because they are the ones who will help you in need. And that is all I have for you guys today, folks. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave your like, your comments, and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed to the channel. This is podcast number 3. And if you guys have any more questions on this topic, please leave it down in the comments below and I will get to you. I will answer it. I'm having fun with these podcasts. I think it's super cool, super awesome, and it's really, really fun. So I'll see you guys for the next one. Peace.